Now, as a trader, in the beginning, you don't know what you don't know. And when you discover things that you didn't realize were so important, it's sometimes very easy to discount it. Meaning that you might think to yourself, well, I feel a little anxious because I have too much on the trade, or I just took a loss and I'm already back in the market. And you feel that discomfort, like something's just not right. A new trader that's rushed to go into trading with real money will look at that and say, well, I don't want to be a wimp. Okay, I don't want to be a softie and feel like I'm getting scared or shook out of the marketplace, because if we were all in the locker room of the arena that is trading and I'm in the boys room and we're all changing and they look at me and they ask me, hey, how'd you do today? Were you nervous? You look nervous. You don't want to show any kind of signs of weakness. No way, I can't do that. So as a new trader that rushes to put money in before they learned how to trade, before they discovered everything that's holding them back and they don't realize it yet, they'll have these little triggers, these little moments where their subconscious starts talking to them about, hey, look, are you sure you want to be right where you're at right now? Are you sure you want to be doing what you're doing? And in the beginning, you're so, especially for the men, you're so keyed up on trying to be impressive to other people instead of simply relaxing and trying to do this for yourself. There's nothing selfish about that. There's zero selfishness. You absolutely need to be self-centered and self-focused in the beginning as a developing student. That is not something that is unchristian. It's not something that's egotistical or narcissistic. You need to put yourself inside of a fortress of solitude. And that fortress of solitude is both a physical location where when you're trading, you're not inviting other people's opinion. When you're studying, you're not inviting other people's opinion. Whoever you're using as a resource, and I'm assuming because you're listening to me, you're tapping into me as that resource. Don't let other authors, teachers, influencers come in, because I'm going to be very, very disruptive to that. The number one reason why I do that is the number one, draw a crowd. It's like starting a fire. People can't turn away from a fire. They can't turn away from a train wreck or a car accident. You really don't take pleasure in seeing bad things happen to other people, but you just can't help it. You got to look. And I have used those things to garner a crowd. Well, you don't want to do that with your own trading. You don't want to do that with your own development, because what you're going to do is you're going to invite other people's opinion. Where when I market myself for free, never paid for it, I invite the opinions of others. And I make it polarizing, because it makes other people talk. And there's no faster viral marketing campaign than you can have is if you can make something divisive. That's why pro wrestling, the scripted stuff, that's why it was so popular for so long. It's all scripted, and it's manipulation of the audience. But if I can encourage you as a student to try to remove that stuff from your learning and your studying, to other people that might sound cultish. And I can see that, and I use that, I embrace that, because that perspective eliminates the ability for outside influences to mess you up, because you have to discover who you are. I've had students come to me, go through all the things that I put them through, and they say, you know what, this doesn't suit me. I don't think I should be a trader. And that's maturity. It doesn't mean that the stuff that they were learning doesn't work. It just means that they weren't trading at all. They just can't do it. And why put themselves through it? So I want to kind of like invite that opportunity for all of you, because trading is absolutely not for everyone. There's going to be some things that you're going to encounter while you're trading, while you're learning to trade. When you lose money, you don't know what that feels like until it happens. And all the coping skills that I'm going to teach at the end of this Twitter space may not be enough to get you through it and past it. You might just say, you know what, this doesn't feel right for me. And if it happens to be you that feels that way, you know what? Put it aside for a little while, maybe 6 months. And if you feel the urge to come back to it, maybe not with me, but someone else teaching, if they can prove that they have something that works and they have other people that have learned what it is they taught and they're proving profitability and consistency, There's nothing wrong with going to someone else that teaches you how to do investing or trading or reading price action or whatever you want to call it. But if you're going to come to me, I encourage rather aggressively that you need to cut all other sources of information off. Because in my group, we're known as very, very confident, pompous, egotistical, narcissistic. These are all descriptive terms because when my students learn what it is that I teach, that part of my persona rubs off on them because they can do things that they see other people incapable of doing. When everybody else is out there trying to talk other individuals down, our community talks each other up. That's important. That's a characteristic that nobody likes to spend too much focus on because it counters most of everything that's going to be negative that you're going to encounter as a student of mine. You're going to feel like, wow, man, this is a cult. I don't want anybody thinking bad about me. You're not going to meet these people. You're not going to have dinner with them. You're not going to invite them over to Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas. You're not going to celebrate the New Year, drinking champagne with them at the turn of the New Year. But you're elevating their sense of worth and impact and influence over you through fear. And what are you fearful of? How other people are going to look at you. How other people are going to be able to judge you on the basis of who you learned from, what you believe and don't believe about a market algorithm. They're all talking points. And every side, in every angle, believes that they are the right side. So how can you imagine the impact of frustrating, conflicting input from other people's opinion in the beginning when you first start learning? It causes paralysis. It causes you to feel like, am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my time? My question is did the people you see on YouTube proving that they're being profitable, that the companies that pay them out, that are interviewing them, you think they just gave that money to them for free? I don't have any affiliates with anybody. None.